Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. It's now July and it's too hot to plant in the ground. It's too hot and it's too dry and plants will really struggle to establish. The best time to plant is in the autumn and spring. You can plant outside of those windows, but those are the ideal times because there's plenty of moisture in the soil. But you can still plant in pots. So I'm going to create a mini garden in this pot. And I'm actually going to use herbaceous perennials. I like herbaceous perennials in pots. They have a more natural look than bedding plants. And they kind of extend the border. If you place them near the border, it makes your border look longer if you add herbaceous perennials. I actually wanted to put these ones in the ground, but it is too hot and dry now. They're left over from a job, and I'm going to put them in the ground in the autumn when it will be much easier to establish these plants. But I'm going to enjoy them this summer. They're going to be in a pot. So first of all, I'm going to place them. This is Campanula, Pritchard's variety. Beautiful sort of bluey purple flowers in the summer. And then I've got Geranium Kellyanne. I have actually talked about these plants in a previous video. This is Geranium Kellyanne. She's quite sprawly and I want her to sprawl over the edge of the pot to soften the pot. I think it'll look really nice. I did that last year with Geranium Roseanne, which is also quite a sprawly, hardy geranium, and it just trailed over the pot and it looked really nice. And then I planted Geranium Roseanne in my border. And the last one is Geranium Patricia, which is quite a big geranium, gets quite big. Magenta pink flowers. Kellyanne has got bright pink. So this will be basically purpley blue and pink. I think it'll look really pretty. And now I'm going to plant up the pot. So take them out. I'm using a good quality multi-purpose compost. It's really important to buy good quality compost because the plants are going to stay in here for quite a long time. So don't buy cheap multi-purpose compost. Spend a little bit of money on it. This is called Rocket Grow, peat-free, and it's a really nice compost. Now, herbaceous perennials can run out of steam in a pot, so you might be able to keep them for a couple of years, but then they might need moving to the ground. The reason is that they die back every year and then they regrow in the spring. So they're regrowing, they're putting on a lot of growth in the season. So they are better off in the ground, but on a temporary basis, a year or two, they're fine in a pot. Now I'm going to plant them. The Campanula, Pritchard's variety. Squeeze the bottom of the pot. The roots are fine. There's a slug. I'm going to get rid of that. Make sure there's enough space for watering because these plants are going to need quite a lot of water. Just nestle the compost around the plant. And that's the Campanula in. Now I'm going to put in the Geranium Kellyanne. She's going to go towards the edge and she'll be at the front of the pot. She's going to trail over and give me a lot of colour. She flowers for a long time. Very pretty, bright pink. And then I'm going to put in Geranium Patricia. Lovely hot pink magenta with a black eye. I saw her at Chelsea this year and she's gorgeous. So tuck her in. As I say, I'm going to transfer all these plants to my border in the autumn when it's more suitable to plant. It's too hot and dry now, it's July. For the time being, they're going to live in this pot and give me colour this summer and autumn, and then I'm going to transfer them into the ground. So nestle the compost around the plants gently. So that's done. Now they're planted up in this pot, a decent sized pot. I'm going to water. So give it a good water, a good drink. I mention this a lot in my videos. It's very important to water well when you just first plant plants to establish them. And keep an eye on the watering through the season. So you might need to water if it's hot at least once a week and maybe twice a week. And each time give it a good drink. I'm using here at least almost a can, certainly half a can, giving it a good water. So there you have it, an instant mini garden. Please like and subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.